Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington, or Hickville, USA as I love to call it. So welcome to my channel everybody. This is my Saturday series November 2025 video number 4, not 3. So let me erase that, otherwise when I go to upload it I will put 3 instead of 4. That means this is my extreme card. Now we're gonna try this one out here. It's not difficult. We're gonna do a couple of things so it gives you a couple of ideas. It's kind of hard to do that extreme idea, but you'll have to see. So I hope you appreciate what I've done. It's not difficult. Just because it says I say extreme, it doesn't mean, it just means there was a lot of thought, a lot of pieces that you could do with this card. So with that being said, every month I concentrate on a particular stamp set, suite, or bundle, on the rare occasion a kit, and this month is a kit. The kit was extremely challenging to accomplish my Saturday series with. It was very, very, very challenging. So on my Mondays part of the series, right? The first card is always a sketch card, the second a case card, the third a shaker card, the fourth is always a fun fold if there are 5, which there weren't this month. That's a mystery as to what I can come up with for you and me both, because I don't figure that out till the day I figure out what I'm going to do, right? Saturday series, those are designed a little differently. The first is always a card or project designed for the beginner stamper. The second for the casual, and casuals tend to be the hardest ones, believe it or not. That's the hardest. The third for the avid, and the fourth the extreme. I say you throw everything in the kitchen sink at it and still try to make it look good. So we're gonna kind of head in that direction. And then the fifth, if there are, which there are in this one, and I'm going to do a framed piece of artwork for my home for the holiday season. You could do it as a gift, something like that. Just trying to give you guys some ideas what you can do with this kit, and extending the kit, of course. So with that being said, the Road to Christmas kit, it was a kit that you could have made 8 cards with, 4 of this design and 4 of this design. The envelope, yes, you could cut it open and use the inside of the envelope and even the outside piece here. So for the extreme, I'm doing 2, hence the extreme, right? So let me show you what we are going to do. I'm trying to think. Let me show you what I'm bringing in. So I'm bringing in the North Pole sacks. Right? I was given some. I had some. I'm bringing in the Evergreen Elegance, one of my favorite stamp sets. We're going to be using the trees, and this, may the beauty of the season bring you joy and warm memories to cherish throughout the year. We're going to be using that. Here's my stamp. And look at this. I found this out and about with my Aunt Carol for $1 at the St. Vincent de Paul in Port Orchard. Beautiful, beautiful tag. It is just love it. Let me show you the actual size here. Remember, everything in the kitchen sink, I'm throwing at this card, right? That is a nice size. So any tag roughly that size, you can make your own tag. This just happened to be one that we found at the thrift store, and I absolutely love the size of this tag. So there's my tag. Then we are using the arch die here from, and thank you, Michelle, because I couldn't have done this. This is from the Garden Meadow Dies. It's similar to the tag, so if you don't have a tag like this, you can make your own with one of these arch dies. So I'm going to stick this back in my envelope here. I'm not done. I told you everything in the kitchen sink, right? So I used the Peaceful Season dies. I used the Christmas and the Christmas outline, and then I used Meryy from the Meryy Tags and More. Now, if you don't have these, there are the Words for Season dies, and you could have used the Meryy and Christmas from this set. I wanted something that backed the Christmas. I'm going to show you that in a minute here. See how that has that nice backing for the Christmas? That's why I chose the Peaceful Season dies. I know they're retired. Let me stick the paper pumpkin add-ons. These can go back here. So with that being said, I've got a mess and a half in the stamp room. Again, I had to clean up things because I know I had pulled these out and they got cluttered and misplaced. So I have my 3 sets of trees ready to go. Do I have it all together? I think so. Oh, and let's go over everything we're using from the kit. So we're going to be using some paper like this from the Sentimental Christmas DSP. I'm going to be using this side again. It's already in here. Let's move this aside and let me show you what I'm bringing in from the kit. So we're going to use the truck with the rails and the little presents and the joyful Christmas wishes. That's for one project. Now for another, I have, oops, there went the little doggy. We do want the little retriever. For now, if I choose not to use him, we'll decide then in a moment. But I pulled the tree that goes with the truck right here. I tend not to like the presents with the truck, or I tend to cut them off. So we're going to stick all of these together. So all of those, oh, the dog is cute in the back of the truck too. He's like, give me a ride, right? So we're going to stick those up and away. And I think I have it ready. So we are going to do the card first. We're going to do stamping for the little gift pouch or tag. You could also, when I do the tag, you could do that on the the tag that I'm going to create for you. You could put that on a card. So first things first is let me show you what the card is going to be. So I have a white envelope. You could use an envelope from the kit, but I like to extend my kits whenever possible. So this is using the Lost Lagoon half of a card base from the kit, right? So we have a white card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Layer number 1 is 4 1/4 by 5.5. Layer number 2 is that Sentimental Christmas. I almost got it wrong. Sentimental Christmas DSP. Yes, it's retired. I know this, but this is from my stash. 3 3/4 by 5. That is going to make a nice little layer. I'm going to have you see a look-see. Now, this is the ephemera piece from the kit. All I did was take the die from the Garden Meadow dies and I die cut this out. And I have a nice arch. Now, because I have this nice arch, I want to take this piece of DSP, layer number 2, and I just want to do a little bit, use a corner rounder to the top 2. For me, I know it's not rounding it off, but it is just for the top 2 corners. That's my personal take on it. That you may not want to, but that's what I want to do. So there's the beginnings of our card. So options, options, and options. There's really no stamping on this one. We have our truck. We're building our scene here, right? And it's going to basically go like so. I think we're going to need a little bit of string here. And I'm going to use some of this candlewick yarn because it's going to go with my color scheme. And I am just going to wrap it, do it a little differently. I am just going to wrap it around here. Let's see. Kind of want it haphazardly. Let's see if that's even going to show up how I want it. No, not really. So I think it's best just to wrap it and tie a bow on one side. Of course, my problem is always tying it when it's still on the string here. So we're going to tie a bow and then scooch it on over. I know I want it on this side down here. You could use red, green, whatever color. This, I think, is just neutral enough to tie in with the DSP. You could use linen thread. It's up to you. And I know that I have one loop larger than the other, so give it a little bit there. And we have our little bow. So we can go ahead and get these glued down. This is going to go up on dimensional as well as, I think, our truck. And I got my little TT in here, snoring up a storm. She's quite content there in her little donut pillow back there. I had to pick her up. She kept wanting to be like literally under my feet, and I was like, oh no. Every time I moved my chair, I was kicking her, and I really don't want to. She's an old little chihuahua, little bossy little thing. All right, so this one is next, and do I really need to put that up on dimensionals? No, we'll go ahead and glue this one down. But once I do, I'm going to have to get the truck on here. So the truck with the presents is going here. And then do I want this to go? I'm taking a look-see to see if I want my ribbon in between the two, because my yarn basically is what it is. You could use embroidery floss too. I'm thinking I'm going to put it up like that. Put the truck here a little bit higher. Let that come over the... Oh, that's perfect. I do like that. That's what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to glue that down. Now that I can see it, I have to have a look-see. I don't know about you guys. How many of you lay your cards out like that? I have to have a look-see. I need to see it. I can see it in my head, but sometimes I need to physically see it to appreciate what's down there. I turned the heater off when I came out here, thinking, oh, it's a little too noisy. I should have left it on because it's a rather chilly. It's a chilly willy out here. So next is our truck. That one wants to go there. We'll let it stay there. It has determined its own destiny. As long as it's still on the back of the paper, I'm good with letting it go there. I didn't think about putting the presents right where they need to be, but actually that glue dot landed perfectly. I don't need to do anything. We'll secure this a little bit right here with some glue. Just a little bit. And one in the back end. Really adorable little trucks. Absolutely love them. And joyful Christmas wishes. We'll need 4 minis, just 3 big ones, but 4 minis. And stick it right down at the bottom. Still a simple card design, nothing too, you know, over the moon on it. Extreme. We're just putting a lot of parts and pieces on it. We're going to do those little, these for our little hubcaps in there. Should we do those? Maybe not. I don't know. I wish I had like those. Oh, ooh. Maybe I do have little oval black ones. Hold on. Bling box number 2 needs to come out. Come out wherever you are. Let's see. I know I have ovals, but it is whether or not they're the right colors to go in there, because that would be really cute. Look at that. Nope. Wrong colors. Stanky wanky. Nope. Because I was thinking when those, that's Pebbled Path. I wonder if those would look good in there. I'm going to say no, because that oval bothers me with the circle. So if it's really bothering me as much as it is in my brain, I'm going to have to pass. I'm going to have to pass on that. So we do need some little, oops, like that doesn't go there. Ooh, thank goodness I can scoot that down a bit. Perfect. This little string is higher than that little string, so we need to chomp that side off. And I don't know if I can fix that. It's not straight. All right, so what else do we want to put on here? I know I want the Stickly Goodness glitter glue on everything, but we'll wait till we finish all of them. But I'm looking for placement for bling. Definitely want some bling. What bling? Oh, let's put these little snowflakes. I have little silver snowflakes. Tammy sent these. Look at, there's some already wanting to come out to play. So we're going to play with these. Need the Take Your Pick tool, which is perfect for things like this. But I think it's in, where did I put it? Well, I may not be able to use the Take Your Pick tool if I cannot find it. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. Because we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 5 little silver snowflakes. Oh, really darling. I wish now I moved that one down a little further, but that's all right. So we have our little bling. Probably going to use those again in a minute. And let's stamp the inside. So we don't need a stamp and pierce mat. We're just going to go with the inside sentiment. We're going to go with black. I was not sure yet. Now I got to find it. The black memento. Red rubber has its own cushioning. And of course it's crooked because the card was tilted. That's all right. We'll work with it. We will work with it. Oh, yes. Does it bug me? Of course it bugs me. But I can always fix that another time. So here we go. We're going to stamp some trees. Yes, in my head, it's really, really, really bothering me. So we're going to go with this really super tall tree this time. We're going to stamp off first, stamp here. And then I'm just going to stamp it again full strength and stamp it there. Stamp off full strength. Just that simple. In fact, we can add a little. No, I don't want to add anything in case I put fix the inside. I don't want to add anything to that one. So that's the start. Now let's move on to the second part, right? So there's one. Now we're going to get some stamping done with our tag. So we have a tag here. I'm going to go ahead and use the stamp and pierce mat. We're going to try to recreate a little forest. I have 2 tags, by the way. I did make myself 2. You can. We're going to start with, this is cardstock. This is from the envelope flap, the back of the envelope flap. We're going to try this one first. Where's my tree? We're going to do quite a bit of stamping off. Stamp off, stamp on, wax off. I'm going to go up here in the center. Then I'm going to come down here. Stamp off. Going to stamp here. Stamp here. Stamp off. going to stamp again. Let's say here. Stamp there. Guess I'm only using the one tall tree. I was going to change into the other ones, but this is working so well, I'm just going to go with it. And I'm stamping purposely onto the same spot because as I go farther down, I'm picking up more and more ink each time. There we go. So now we have not identical, but we have a little forest scene going on here. Simple, simple to do. Now we have our truck that went to the woods and it got its own tree out of the woods, right? So let me show you what we're working with here. Here is our little bag that you could put a cookie in. You could put a gift card in. These were called, where's my little bags? Because I'm going to forget the name. Oh, they're right here. These were called North Pole sacks. So this is going to go right on there. We have our little truck, right? We have our Christmas, which is from Peaceful Seasons. We have our Meryy, which is from the Meryy Tags and More from a paper pumpkin. Now, that's okay, right? But here, I thought it would be better to bring the Christmas down here, our truck, and I just liked it split up. Now, I want to show you something else. I did have this in the black, but that black just was too stark. I also cut it in garden green, the same color as the ink, but it just didn't suit it. It was the craft that really worked with the little sacks. But I want to show you, I did try these two color combinations and it wasn't working for me. So now we need to determine what we want to do here. So there's our truck with our tree. Merry Christmas, right? Do we want to use a little dog? I think that's cute. The presents, to me, get in the way. I don't know why, but these presents just, I like the tree in the back of the truck all by itself. That's my personal thing here. So I am not going to use the presents. Feel free to. Me, I don't want to use the presents. I like just the tree. And I think that's really, really awesome. You could put a tag here and just use it as a tag. You could also put this, let me show you. You could cut the sack if you had one and put this itself onto a card base like that. So there are so many options. Even that is just absolutely adorable. I am making a little gift bag here. Can use it for whichever and whatever you so choose, but this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm showing you. So I'm going to get on with getting my truck here. Now, this is me. That it goes so far up here and that's not where I have this bugs me. So I just trim this right off here. And I leave the back of the truck piece in place. But I just can't leave that stuff that's over the top of the truck. I just can't do it. It to me looks wrong. It bothers me, and that's just my personal thing. So if it bothers you too, hey, take it off. It doesn't have to stay there. It's your card, your piece. You can do what you want with it. Our little dog is going to come down right, I think, about there. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on my little doggy's head. I'm going to put my truck, I'm going to have a look-see, and I'm going to put my dog's head where I want it. I want that down near the bottom. Oops. I'm going to attach the dog's head to the truck. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on all of this together. We used to go to Alpine Christmas Tree Farm and cut down our own Christmas tree every year for when the kids were younger. We used to do that every single holiday. One year we went through 4 Christmas trees because we used to have a wood stove, and the tree would just die. The wood stove was so hot, and that was a pain in the butt. We went back to artificial trees after that. It was like too much. Yeah. And it became, you know, a safety hazard having lights on a tree that would just die within weeks of getting it. It just, no. And it was so cold, you had to have the wood stove. So we don't have a real tree anymore. It was nice. It was great memories. Oh, the arguments my family could get into over that tree. Which tree was this? This had to be a noble. And freezing cold. Some days it would be pouring down. When we decided to go, you went rain or shine. And my husband said, this is the day we go. That's the day you go. And we all had to go. Yes. Nobody was excluded. You all went. We packed up in the truck and we went. We had a big Bronco too, was our favorite vehicle to take. But yeah, that was, oh, the arguments. Not this one. This one's bare here. This one. Everybody got an input on the tree. It would take forever. You cut your own tree down. Oh, if they only knew the arguments that would ensue. So that was fun. Memories, right? Memories that you can laugh back now. Do you remember when you made us get this tree? You wouldn't like any other tree. And we would walk all over the Christmas tree farm trying to find that perfect tree. Oh, yes. And the mud and the muck. Yes, Christmas memories. That makes it fun, you know. One time we went and we forgot the saw. We had to leave and come back. We picked our tree. In fact, because it's not too far, of course, from where we left. So he left Justice and I there, and we had to stay and guard our tree. First come, first serve with the trees there. Right? So we had to stay by the tree while he went all the way home to get the chainsaw. Because otherwise you had to rent one, and there was no point when it was literally, 15 minutes from home. Go get your own. Came back, chop that sucker down, pack it up. There we go. Good memories. But yeah, the wood stove did that in. And now we have, literally, the tree is called National Lampoon's a Christmas tree, and it could light up a runway, guys. And that's my hubby's favorite Christmas movie, National Lampoon's. We watch it religiously. Oh yes. And we do have a good time. Hank now is getting used to we watched that movie several times during the holidays. Multiple times. And of course, Hank really does like the Home Alone movies. Yeah, he's getting into the swing of things that we watch movies. So we're going to do the little snowflakes. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't think we need any more. I think we're just going to do 3. So we do have movie marathons. I mean, I think that's part of the best part of the year. Oh, last year was so much fun. We took him to go see Red One. I have not seen any new Christmas movies out yet. Any advertisements for new Christmas movies that I really want to take him to go see. I'm going to have to keep an eye out there. But Red One was fantastic. Oh, loved that. Loved it. That was a fun twist. He really loves Dwayne Johnson, by the way. He really likes him. Who wouldn't, right? The Rock, who wouldn't like him? My kids liked him. One trip down to California, my husband would take schools down to California so I could see my family. And at one of those trips, I'm getting the stickly glitter glue out of where it was. I didn't go for that particular night, but they got tickets to go see, I don't know if it was WWE, wherever The Rock was fighting. And, my sister's boys were enthralled with The Rock, and they were all talking about him. My son was just, over the moon, talking about seeing just how big he was. And, oh yeah, that was some stuff. So it's funny now to hear Dustin, that was my son, Dustin, talk about him. But now to hear Hank talk about Dwayne Johnson, how much he loves watching his movies. So they are very much, they really do enjoy watching them. So we're going to do the little truck here, the little dog's bandana, of course. And, we can do a little red here. Why not? It's Christmas time. Let's make it sparkle and shine. Wink Estella would do too, but we're just going to do the stickly glitter glue. I have it. Might as well use it. But those are fun memories. I mean, who doesn't want a package with sparkly? Oh, that makes such a big difference. I will tell you, my husband last year, my dear hubby there, my Aunt Carol and I thought we were so clever making gift bags with fabric so you don't have to, wrap everything in paper. And my hubby was not amused. He's like, that's fine. You can make your gift bags all you like, but there better be a wrapped present inside. He says it's no fun if you can't tear the paper off a present. So that is a clue that even as you get older, there are some things that that you can't replace. And apparently for my hubby, it is ripping the paper off of a present, which I absolutely love. And I cherish that now because that goes to show that for him, that is part of his favorite thing about Christmas is ripping that paper off of a present. Maybe this year I will make him where there's multiple layers of paper. Wouldn't that be something? So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you like this extreme video. I know it did 2 of them. It wasn't maybe over the top extreme, but it had all of those elements to it. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon here in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.